Hey everyone, welcome back to Frontline. Jay here with an advanced review of Grimm Tales of Terror number 5. Title of this issue is What Lies Above. Stories by Joe Brusha and Ralph Tedesco. Is written by the Wonder Woman herself, Meredith Finch, and the art is by Joel Ojeda. Now, this story is like all Tales of Terror or standalone stories, so it's a great point where you can jump on. You don't gotta read the other 4 issues. We start off with this lady who's in the hospital. Her son's really sick, and she's talking to the doctor. The doctor's like, "I don't know what else we can do. I don't know what's going on with him." And he was like, maybe it's a psychological thing after what happened with the father. And the mother's distraught. She's like, "Oh, it's all my fault. I'm a terrible mother. Oh my God, it's all my fault." And the doctor, assures her, "No, you're a great mother. No one could ever call you a bad mother. You're the most caring, loving mother around, And she's like, "Oh, really? Johnny and I are so appreciative for everything you've done for him, And then we find out that this mother's been sitting by her son's bedside, reading him stories, talking to the nurses, knows all their names, brings them birthday cards and brings birthday cake to celebrate it with and all that. And there's the red hair lady who we know as the Grim Reaper, but she's going around the hospital giving toys out to the kids. And the mother brings, a bunch of toys to her and says, "I see you giving toys away for kids. I want to make a little donation." Now everyone in the hospital thinks this is like the best mother around. She's so sweet and so perfect. The Grim Reaper, though, decides to tell her a story of another little boy that she knew, just like just like little Johnny. And we see this little boy. He starts off in this like picture perfect house, swinging on the tree limb, and the kid's telling his mom, "Mom, is it okay if I excuse for the dinner?" Mom doesn't answer. Turns to Dad, says, "Dad, you done? Can I go? I'm done. Can I go?" And he gets up and he leaves. He's like, whatever. No one's don't everyone speak at once. It just seems like the parents are so self-involved. Little kid goes upstairs to his room, and on the way to his room, the attic door, which is one of the attics where the door comes from the ceiling with the ladder and all, starts to creak open, and the kid runs in his room, grabs this little toy sheriff doll named Robert, and it's a really creepy sheriff doll. It's got like this creepy Raggedy Ann like smile. It's a Raggedy Andy type cowboy doll. It's got like this really creepy stitched on smile, and the kid's like, something is up there, is calling to me. I can feel it. Why is this doing it? I'm so scared. Mom and Dad, keep talking, and it's saying it's just my imagination. So he decides, he's going to take his cowboy and he's going to go out in the yard and play. And he does, he's a little kid. Later on that night, the kid's sleeping and his door's open. The parents' door creaks open, and we see that the doll is sitting on the table. And the mother screams and is yelling at the father, like, "What did you do? How did this get here?" And he's like, maybe the maid put it there. I don't know. Shut up." And, he's like really dismissive of her. She goes down, throws in a trash can underneath the sink, and slams the door. The little boy the next day comes down, he takes it out, and he thinks it's his fault because he peed the bed again last night. He's like, "I'm too big to do that. Mommy's just mad at me. She knows that, how much I love you. She would never throw you out. She would never hurt me. She loves me too much," and all that. And, he goes back in the house later on that night. He's in his room and he hears his parents arguing again. The mother saying, "Why don't you come home at night?" He's like, "Well, I don't want to interrupt you when you're drinking, getting your drunk on." And The kid hears another noise in the attic, and he jumps, hides underneath the blankets, crying. The mother stumbles up the stairs, all drunk. The doll's in the bed, and she throws it out the window. Next morning, the kid can't find his doll, and he goes up to the attic, and the doll's up there on this old, like, wooden chest. The kid opens it up, and that's all I'm going to give you, because this is an advanced review, and I don't want to spoil it. So, all I'm going to say is that Meredith Finch, once again, told an excellent story, which gets 5 stars for the story. I mean, it was truly great story. She shocked me again. It's the second Tales of Terror where she pulled that shocking moment out on me and threw a twist in her that I didn't see coming. So, I can't even say what it reminds me of, because if I say that, it will probably give it away. But there's a truly great twist at it. And I will give you this, that at the end of the issue, like all Tales of Terror, the Grim Reaper comes full circle, and not everything that you know about that nice, perfect mother in the beginning of the story is how it appears. So, everyone always gets their just rewards in Grimm Tales of Terror. I love this story by Meredith Finch. Oh my god, this is the second issue she's done. Like I said, she's done issue number 3. I highly recommend you go and picking that one up. For a story, it gets 5 stars. Great story. The art, really great art. When the reveal of what's inside the chest is given, perfect scene. I love that imagery. It really brings that shocking twist home to you. And I'm going to give the art 4 stars. Great, solid art. Overall, this is a 4.5 issue book. I highly recommend picking up Grimm Tales of Terror number 5. And go back. You're not going to be disappointed. Pick up Grimm Tales of Terror number 3. Once again, overall rating 4.5 stars. Love this book. Highly recommend you picking it up. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline. Check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.